Team beta, we will go slow. Can you repeat after me?
Okay.
We are in 39th. Okay. Shraddhavam
Shatravam
labhate jnanam
Lapate Yanam
tatparaha
Tatparaha
samyat
Tamyat
samyat
Samyat
endriyaha
Indriyaha
jnanam
Yanam
labdva
Laptva
param
Param
shantim
Amtim
shantim
Shamtim
achirena
Achireta
achirena achirena
Akirena
beta chi achirena achirena
Achirena
very good adhi
Adi
gacchati
Achati
very good Anshutalli, will you be able to repeat? श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम्
श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम्
तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः
तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः
ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम्
ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम्
अचिरेणाधिगच्छति
अचिरेणाधिगच्छति
So, Harikatalli, can we do full lines?
हाँ भैया
श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम् तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः
श्रद्धावानगते लाभम्
श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम्
श्रद्धावान् लभते ज्ञानम् तत्परः संयतेन्द्रियः
ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम् अचिरेणाधिगच्छति
ज्ञानं लब्ध्वा परां शान्तिम् आचरेणाधिगच्छति
Good. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. What is Shraddha? Who can tell me what is Shraddha? We have been discussing this from chapter 1 onwards. What is Shraddha? Shraddhaya Kim is the question asked by the student to Adiguru Shankaracharya, and he responded, he said, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Drudha Vishwasaha iti Shraddha. Which means what? It means Guru's words and whatever is provided by the scriptures, having a firm belief that it is true. You know, in mathematics, there are few things called as axioms. And there are some called as theorems. What is the difference between an axiom and a theorem? Stop. What is the difference between axiom and a theorem? You're all mathematics students. You should tell me what is an axiom and what is a theorem. Gautam, you know? No? Okay. Theorems are something that you prove, for which a proof is needed, so that it can be ascertained. Axioms are something which is given fact. Like sun rises from the east. It's a given fact. You don't need to prove it. Okay. So likewise, whatever is told by my guru, whatever is there in the scriptures is true, is a fact. I have no doubts about it. I don't debate about it. I may have confusions. I will ask questions, but not with the intent of disapproving that or proving it wrong. I'm not in that business. I consider that as a fact. I may have some questions. I want more clarity, which is good. So having that conscious faith in Guru's words and the scriptures is called Shraddha. Now, are we having that Shraddha when we are in this session? Do we believe what we are reading, what we are discussing is true? If we are not, then there is lack of Shraddha. But if we do, then we are Shraddhavan. That's what here it is. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam, labhate, getting. God, I got. So those who are Shraddhavan will only receive the knowledge. Just because I have a Bhagavad Gita book, I bought it from a library or somewhere on the store, and I have read 10 times. I can, with book closed, I can chant all 700 verses just because of that. The knowledge, if it has to remain in my mind and consciousness, it will not. Just because of that, it will not. The knowledge will remain in me if I have Shraddha. That is the prerequisite. So never ever try to, I tried fooling myself a lot of times. When I started my journey, I should share this experience because I was thinking that I'm just doing it because I will get some punya, I will get some benefit out of it. That's how everybody starts. But over a period of time, understanding when these verses were being taught and reading through the commentary, I got to an understanding that I was in a wrong mode all the way. So I corrected myself at every stage. So it does not matter today as we are sitting in this session, right? All of us, some of us may still be struggling to get to that mode. It is okay. It is all fine. But the idea is very simple. If the intention is to gain knowledge about the ultimate Lord, it is not possible without having Shraddha, which means without having a sincere agreement, where I strongly believe that my Guru's words written in this textbook and whatever the verses are that came from Lord Shri Krishna are non-debatable, and I will follow them in my life. With that consciousness, if I sit, the knowledge will be received. Otherwise, it will not be received. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. What else other qualifications are to be there? Tatparaha. Tatparaha means eagerly waiting. Oh my God, when are we going to get to this text again? Saturday class over. Okay, now when is the next Saturday coming? Tatparaha. Eager to learn, desirous to learn, getting it, waiting for it. Just like how the water waits before falling from the waterfall downstream, it waits, and all of a sudden it rushes. Similarly, the rivers, they take all different routes through jungle, through upstreams, downstreams, and finally open their hearts up into the ocean. That kind of eagerness one should have towards the knowledge to be gained. Tatparaha, that is one other qualification. Two qualifications. One is Shraddha, then Tatparaha. Then what? Most interesting to all of us. Sanyat indriyaha. Indriyaha senses. Samyata, controlling of indriyas. When I'm here, I may get distracted. I may be feeling hungry. I may be feeling bored. I may be feeling, because these indriyas are weaker. These are weaker. My indriyas are weaker. They get distracted into various objects that are nearby. What I should do? Control. Hey, stop. Don't go anywhere. Sit down here. Let's talk. This Samyatendriya is the very, very important qualification. These three things, Shraddha, Tatpara Bhava, and Samyatendriya Sthiti, all these three combined will lead to the receiving of the right knowledge. Any of these three links missing, it will only take longer to get the knowledge. But Bhagavan never said you will not get the knowledge. He said for the biggest sinners like Pavan, he said, you can come and sit in the class. He said that already in 36, right? So we don't have to worry. It will take longer, that's fine. But only thing is we have to understand that these are the prerequisites. If we understand, we will try to correct ourselves, isn't it? If you don't know what is wrong, how can I correct myself? But at least I know how I should be. Huh? All right. Jnanam, okay, I will do all these things. I will samyate, I will control my senses. I will be eager to learn. I will show that interest. And I will have complete faith in whatever is being discussed. Now what I'm going to achieve after that? Hello, what are you going to achieve? You will be given with a beautiful gift. What is that beautiful gift? Param Shanti. You will be given Shanti. You will be given peace, eternal peace, ultimate peace. What is ultimate peace? Ultimate peace is not death. Ultimate peace means is a sense of satisfaction in everything around. There is not even a single thing that will bother you anymore. That is ultimate peace. You'll always keep up your smile. Don't you want to do that throughout your life? Every moment. Whether it is a good moment, bad moment, harsh moment, ugly moment, rewarding moment, you just want to keep the same simple, broad smile. Isn't it? Why? Because you are ultimately satisfied. Satisfied with wrong things around you, satisfied with good things around you, satisfied with positive results, satisfied with negative results also. You're just satisfied. That sense of ultimate satisfaction is called as Param Shanti. Bhagavan and wisdom about Bhagavan, devotion to him can be attained only in that state. In all other states, we only feel that we are getting it, but it's not true. I'm thinking I'm trying to be a kind person with an agitated mind. I will never be a kind person. Take my words, right? So that's what it is. Jnanam ladva param shantim. With this knowledge, see, for getting the knowledge, you need to have all those three. After receiving that knowledge, you will be given a gift, which is param shantim, ultimate peace. In that ultimate satisfaction and an ultimate peace, right? How long will it take for that peace to come? Okay, I will start. I will have Shraddha. I will be Tatpar Bhava. I will be sitting consciously with controlling all the senses, and I will try to learn. Okay, and I'll be given this gift called, ultimate peace. How long will it take that peace to come in? Chirena. Chira means long. Chiranjeevi means long life. Right? Achira means what? Shorter, not that long. Very quickly, immediately, or in a short period of time. Within a short period of time itself, Bhagavan is saying, he is declaring it here, that you will be getting the ultimate peace that you are looking for. Achirena adhigacchati, you will be moving, drifting towards that ultimate peace very quickly. So all we have to do is these three. What are the three? Number one, Shraddha. Very, 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 very important. Shraddha. I don't deny that what my Guru is saying is not right. I will always follow his footsteps. 2, Tatparaha, eager to learn. 3 is controlling the senses. Now, forget about, this is all a spiritual session, right? The same thing you can apply it in your schools. When you are in the classroom, your teacher is telling you something. You have to believe that your teacher is far more experienced than you. You might have read some internet story or something that disapproves what your teacher is telling. I don't care whatever I saw on the internet. Whatever my teacher is saying is perfect. I believe in it. Number 2, Tatparaha. I want to wait for my maths class. When is my maths class next? When is my English class next? I want to meet the teacher. I want to sit in the class. I want the class to start. I'm waiting. I'm eagerly waiting for the class to start. I'm so interested in this class. This should be the eagerness. Third, controlling, and once everything starts, you are interested, you believe in teacher, everything fine, you're sitting in the class, slowly you get a text on your mobile. These days, everybody has a mobile. You open it up and then start, or teacher is telling, and then you start chatting. Now you know that your senses, your eyes, your mind, your brain, everything is getting deviated from the topic, right? Bring it back. Be harsh to your own senses. Sometimes make them feel ashamed. You say, hey, dirty eye, don't you have any other thing? Hey, dirty ear, don't you have anything else? Why you get deviated so badly? Focus on this. You can talk to yourself. If somebody else is cursing you, you will feel bad. But you yourself can train yourself, right? I say, hey, Pawan, this is not the right thing to do. Why are you doing it? What is the use of it? Are you not ashamed of doing this again and again, the same mistake? If I talk to myself, I would not feel that bad. But if the same words are told by somebody, an external person, I may feel dejected, right? So it's better for us to talk to ourselves before somebody else starts talking. Before the teacher comes back and says, get out of my class, I should talk to myself and say, hey, can you behave please in the class? And then make myself sit properly. When I do that, all the three factors combined, I will get what teacher is rolling into me, the knowledge. Once I get that knowledge, I will be blessed. I will be able to reproduce that knowledge because I have that focus now, right? You can implement this verse anywhere in life, in whatever activity you're doing, cooking, dancing, anything, right? So understand what are the three basic criteria when you're trying to learn something. Jnanam labdha param shantim achirena adhigachati. Very quickly you will get the ultimate peace that we are all looking for. Now, let's move on to 40. Arishnana, will you repeat after me? You there? How about you, Pranvitali?
Yes, sir.
Agnyascha shraddhadanascha.
Agnyascha shraddhadanascha.
Very good. Agnyascha shraddhadanascha.
Agnyascha shraddhadanascha.
Samshayatma vinashyati.
Samshayatma vinashyati.
Nayam lokosti na paro.
Nayam lokosti na paro.
Na sukham samshayatmanaha.
Na sukham samshayatmanaha.
Agnyascha shraddhadanascha.
Agnyascha shraddhadanascha.
Samshayatma vinashyati.
Samshayatma vinashyati.
Nayam lokosti na paro.
Nayam lokosti na paro.
Na sukham samshayatmanaha.
Na sukham samshayatmanaha.
Anshutali, will you do full lines? Agnyascha shraddhadanascha. Samshayatma vinashyati.
Ajñascha shraddhadanascha samshayatma vinashyati.
Nayam lokosti na paro. Na sukham samshayatmanaha.
Nayam lokosti na paro na sukham samshayatmanaha.
What happens to those who are against this? 36 talks about what are the qualifications, how one should behave to get this knowledge. What if somebody behaves in the opposite way? What happens to them? Isn't it? We should know so that we take ourselves carefully. Ashraddha, those who do not have Shraddha, those who do not believe that all this is right. Right? Ajnana, having no knowledge, having zero, sensibility, I would say, and having no shraddha, ashraddha ajnana. Samshayatma. Samshaya means doubtful. Always doubtful. Always double checks. 100 places before coming to an agreement. Too much of doubt. Doubting nature. Such a person. For such a person, na ayam loko asti na paro. Not in this world, nor in any other world, for such a person will there be happiness. Na sukham. Samshaya atmanaha. One who is doubtful will never have a sense of satisfaction and happiness in life. I'll give you a small example. Suppose if you go to a barber shop, what is the guarantee? Usually when we men go to the barber shop for shaving and all, they use razors to clean our beard, right? What is the guarantee that he will not cut my throat? What if I don't believe that he will not cut my throat and he's going to scratch me here and there? I may end my life. This is my last day because I'm going to a barber shop. What if I'm doubtful about it? Will I ever be able to sit peacefully and get the nice shave that I must get out of the barber shop? Never. You go to a restaurant, right? You order some nice food, right? Arish, what do you like? You order some very good food. Once you order that food, there will be time where the chef will have to prepare and it will come onto the table, right? Once it comes to the table, would you think that it may have some poison in it? What is the guarantee? Why do you think there is no poison? Because you believe that the chef is doing his job right. It is not poison. And there's nothing wrong. You can take it, right? What if you are the person who doubts that? You will do all chemical experiments on that food. Take a sample, do all the chemical experiments. And once finally claimed that nothing is there, then you start eating. How much time you lost? Would you be happy by doing all that? Same thing Bhagavan is saying here. That applies to even jnana like this. Ultimately, reading scriptures leads to eternal happiness. But for those who constantly doubt every line that comes there, every line that your guru said, every verse that comes in the scripture, this person is ready to doubt, have a debate, have a discussion. Such people will never get happiness, not only in this world, but any world they transition later, because they are devoid of knowledge. And they cannot enjoy this experience at all. There will be a lot of stress associated, right? So Bhagavan is saying, never doubt. It only leads to unhappiness. Always when it comes to scriptural understanding, believe in the words of Guru, believe in the text, and then move forward and see for yourself the kind of satisfaction you get. The way you perform the activities will suddenly change. The kind of perspective you have towards life, the positive and negatives will suddenly change. It will make you the best, happiest person in the world, and you will be sharing that happiness down the stream. Everyone that comes in contact with you will always feel happy and comfortable, right? This is what will happen. If you start doubting everything, asking, all unnecessary questions, getting deviated just because you're doubtful, this journey will take longer. But believe me, everybody will come to this state where they are completely having Shraddha. Even the sinners, he said in 36. So sinners also come into the category where they doubt everything because of the agitations they have. Such will also come, but it will take longer. That's the only thing, right? All right, let's go to 41 and see what Bhagavan is saying in 41. So never doubt anything on the scriptures. Huh? That's what is the core disclaimer that Bhagavan is giving to us. Next, 41. Pranavitali. Yoga sanyasta karmanam.
Yoga sanyasta karmanam.
Jnana sanchinna samshayam.
Jnana sanchinna sanshayam.
Atmavantam na karmani
आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि
nibadhanti dhananjaya.
निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय
Yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana sanchinna samshayam.
योगसन्न्यस्तकर्माणं ज्ञानसञ्छिन्नसंशयम्
Atmavantam na karmani nibadhanti dhananjaya.
आत्मवन्तं न कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय
Yoga sanyasta karmanam. When you are doing, perform the activity with the mode of yoga. Yoga in the sense, what is yoga? Unification with God. What is karma? The legitimate duty that has come to me, which I can offer. Right? Now, Bhagavan is saying, yoga sanyasta karmanam, which means when you perform an activity with yoga in it, which means what? With an intent of unifying it with God. That is nothing but sacrifice. Yoga plus karma equals yajna, isn't it? What is yajna? Yajna is performing an activity with an intent that he is doing it. You are just a tool in his hands. What he's offering is also his, and it's going back to him. With that intent, you're performing an action. So when you do a karma in that context, you are also in the mode of yoga, unification with God. And when you perform that way, sannyasta, the karma will be sannyasta, renounced. You don't have to repeat the karma. Why? Because there will not be any bandha. There will not be any lamenting. There will not be any craving to do that activity again and again and again and again and again for self-pleasure. That will be lost. So, yoga sanyasta karmanam jnana. For doing that, what you should have? Jnanam. What is this jnanam? Knowledge. Knowledge about what? Knowledge about the scriptures, what Bhagavan said. 36, he said this. 37, he said this. 32, he said this. So I must perform the activity in this way. That knowledge will be used as a strong sword through which you can cut off all the distractions and perform the activity in the right way. It must be performed like a yajna, in the spirit of yoga. Right? Dedicating everything to God, not keeping anything to yourself, including the fruits of the activity. Everything to him, offer back to him. Such a person, Atmavantam, such a person will always be looking inwards. He will not be looking for problems and issues outwards. He will always be contented with what he has internally. He will say, I am just this body is a vehicle for me through which I'm driving this world. But for me, I'm seated deep inside. I am the purest form of Atman. I'm no different from Lord Shri Krishna internally. Everything else that is wrapped around my skeleton, my flesh, my thoughts, my decisions, everything is just so many layers, unnecessary layers on top of it, which is used as a vehicle for me to travel in this world, do all the activities. But for me, who I am that Atma. With this knowledge, if one performs activities, he is called as Atmavanta. One who can realize that there is an Atma inside is called as Atmavanta. But that realization will come only when we negate what is there outside. If I say Pavan is the one who is having this skin, this body, then I'm negating that I am an Atma. I'm associating myself to something else, which is just a vehicle. Right? So he's saying that one who performs activities in the mode of yajna will always be away from karma bandha. That's what he ends. Karmani nibadhanti. Nibadhanti means no bondage. Karma will not bind you if you perform the activity with that notion. And he is calling Arjuna here Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, one who is victorious on everyone. And why he's calling like that? Because, hey, Arjuna, you can be a winner. You are a victorious king, right? Why can't you win over yourself? Why can't you win over your confusions? Why can't you win over your ashraddha? Why cannot you win over your own senses that are taking you elsewhere? Can you win over yourself? Come back and do your activity in the right spirit? Is what he's trying to achieve here. So he's asking Arjuna to come back. Let's see 42. Gautam, Sheetal, can you be louder? Very louder because you're far away from the mic. Tasmat ajnana sambhutam. I don't think it's enough. You need to be much louder, more louder than me. Tasmat ajnana sambhutam. Tasmat ajnana sambhutam. Krutstham jnanasinatmanaha chitvainam samshayam yogam atishthotishhtha bharata atishthotishhtha bharata. All right. Pranavitali, can you repeat after me?
Yes.
Tasmat ajnana sambhutam hrutstham jnanasinatmanaha.
Tasmadajnana sambhutam hridstam jnanasinatmanaha
Chitvainam samshayam yogam atishthotishhtha bharata.
Chitvainam sanshayam yogam atishtotishtha bharata.
Tasmat, therefore, ajnana sambhutam hrutstham, whatever ajnana is there located in the heart. Heart here is not the organ which pumps blood. That's not what he's referring to. He is referring to the center which creates all the emotions in us. Pain, sorrow, sadness, excitement, all those emotions. That's why we hold our heart when we get those emotions. Some region, right, which creates all these emotions. That region is out of control for you because of ajnana. Bring it back in control through this knowledge that I'm sharing right now. And then chitvainam samshayam. See, I told you that who doubts will be not having any sukha. So if you have any doubts, Arjuna, I think you have. Clear it off. With the jnanam, use that jnanam as a sword and split your samshayam doubts into small, tiny, negligible pieces so that it doesn't exist anymore. Right? Chinna. So you just have to split that off. All the doubts that you have, get them off your shoulders. You don't need them. Right? And then yogam atishtha uttishtha bharata. In then you, whatever the yogam, the unification with the God, my words, when you get into those words, when you completely own those words to yourself, in that mode, you get up and then do your work. What is his work? To fight in the war. Start doing that. Bharata, you are born in the family of Bharata, so be brave, cut all these problems and confusions and delusions you have with this knowledge that I have just shared, and then get up, start acting. By just knowing is not enough. You have to get up and act accordingly. That is the final verse here. Okay? And in such a mode, when we work, all those duties will just be delivered and you will not crave for them again. You will not have to worry about any of the end results also. You'll not even worry about the end results, right? So that's what is the whole chapter about. So let's close this. Harika Talli. Om Tatsaditi Shrimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu
उपनिषत्सु
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
ब्रह्मविद्यायां
योगशास्त्रे
योगशास्त्रे
श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे
श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे
ज्ञानकर्म संन्यासयोगो ज्ञानकर्म संन्यासयोगो नाम
ज्ञानकर्म संन्यासनयोगो नाम
चतुर्थोऽध्यायः.
चतुर्थोऽध्यायः.
Now we finish. Okay, Pranavitali, can you just say again? Om Tat Saditi
Om Tat Saditi
Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu
Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu
Upanishatsu
Upanishadsu
Brahma Vidyayam
Brahma Vidyayam
Yoga Shastre
Yoga Shastre
Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade
Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama
Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yogo Nama
Chaturthodhyayah.
Chaturtho Adhyayah.
Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. So that's the end of chapter 4. We will have a brief summary of chapter 4. Bring your points. I thought of asking you this class, but it's already late. We'll discuss briefly in the next session. We'll summarize chapter 4 and we'll start chapter 5 in the next session. Okay. Until then, you all take good care of yourself and keep lamenting, keep understanding whatever we have learned. Try to write one-liners, whatever you feel makes sense and will help you going forward. Just at least one-liners for each chapter. So you at least when you revise them, you will know chapter 4 what it was trying to teach you. Chapter 3 what it was trying to tell you. Right? All this synopsis when you get together, it will help in various activities that we do in day-to-day, including our schools, professional life and all. Okay? Let's keep it to there. I'll stop with the closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasthirbhavatu Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om. Thank you everyone. Jai Shri Krishna. See you all again next session.
Thank you, Jai Shri Krishna. Bye.
Hi Reem.
Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Tali. Bye Harikaman.